All right, good evening, everybody. How's everybody doing out there today? Welcome back. We're back into Map Class 4. Someone notified me on Facebook. There is a bug in the map that I'm trying to figure out right now, and it has to do with the ground type mapping. So, right now, as boring as it is, I'm just going to finish going through each of the mappings and make sure they're correct in the map. So, I got the map i3D file open, and I'm looking in the map DE and going down for these names to make sure they're absolutely all spelled correctly and they're in the map forest ground. So I'm a little bit over halfway there. I'm in the forest ground 1, forest ground 2, forest ground 3, which seem to be correct. Down to forest ground mix 1, mix 2, with underscores in between every word. They are okay. Granite is just granite. That one looks good. I don't know where it is. We've got ore, plate, and plate damaged. But all of these map to the game map file here. And there's an error when you go to place objects, a raycast error, that I'm trying to figure out. Old man was 1022 was the culprit. Everything I've looked at points to that it's in here somewhere, and if it's just a lowercase letter or something, it'll drive me crazy. I've been up and down this thing a couple times already. Railway gravel. Oh wait, let's go back here. I'm going up. So railway gravel, spelled correctly. Stone is river stone bank, which is right there. Mud is rough mud. Now, there may be a duplicate. Nope. Also, you're going to look down for duplicates after to see if that could be the problem. But there's a error in here somewhere. Rough mud is right there. It's spelled the same. Animal mud. Go to the top because animal mud is right there. Salt is just SALT. Which looks good. How's everybody doing? AG Man and Shaky and Old Man 1022 Mad Mex. We will be having our drawings again this evening. I'm gonna give away 2 Steam Wallet codes at least. And if I can't figure this out, I will continue working on it. I know this is completely boring, but let me just finish up through here. Stone floor is stone floor. I would love to figure out what it is. That looks good. Trash is just capital TRASH. Then we've got vehicle mud. Vehicle mud puddles. Vehicle mud puddle mix 1 and vehicle mud puddle mix 2. So vehicle mud puddles, vehicle mud puddle mix 1, vehicle mud puddle mix 2. The only other, I don't see anything wrong in the map DE file as it stands with the ground type mappings, which is kind of a pain in the butt. We did have this number at 6 at one point. Let me change that back, see if See what happens if we still get the error here. Everything else looks pretty good. I don't know. I'm doing all right. Hey, one for you 2A1 JC Gamer. Check your points. We're going to have some giveaways for the whole month of May. And you get in chance to get into the big drawing at the end of the month. So I'll show you the problem we're having. It's a placeable problem. That the ground type mappings are thrown at invalid. Maybe there's too many of them on this. I thought about that too. Because we have a lot more mapped in here. Thank you so much for the bits there, Mad Max. Alright, so what the issue here is, if I try to purchase any placeable object, whatever it may be, we get a raycast in the ground type manager Lua, attempt to index a nil value. Now, it's still there. I'm going to try one more little thingamabob here. Is it with the 4X map? Yeah, it's in the 4X somewhere. We'll get it figured out for sure. But I'm wondering if there's too many mapped, possibly. I'm gonna take out ones that I didn't use temporarily. Actually, the rough dirt we want. Let's take out some duplicates and see what happens here. Grass 2 and grass 3. I'm gonna take out the mixes here for now. Just gonna try to eliminate a few and see if the error goes away, because it's something in the mapping here. Actually, I'll take out Grasstown too. I haven't used that one yet. Troubleshooting. Mountain rock, but beach sands are good. Blacktop, city asphalts, cobblestone mix is cobblestone. I'm going to get rid of concrete 2 and 3 for now. And dusty rock. We don't need that one either. Well, let's try that and see if anything happens differently with removing those layers. Puddles versus puddle, no S. Yeah, it's that way in the file. I'll check it out one more time, but I'm pretty sure that's okay. Let's go over here. Actually, I should eliminate the puddles altogether. And this is called Troubleshooting 101 in the ground type mappings file. Get me some cash. And it still exists. So I have no clue. But you can see as you move around, in the ground type manager Lua, attempt to index a nil value. Could be that something needs to be renamed for some stupid reason. I have no idea. But it's gonna drive me crazy. The puddles, I'll check the puddles, but I'm pretty sure they're exactly the way they are on the map. Vehicle mud puddles is, vehicle mud puddles. That is correct. We're looking at this name right here. Then vehicle mud puddle mix 1 and puddle mix 2. We just have to match what's over here, and they don't have the S. I guess I could take the S off of here, but I don't think it's going to make a bit of difference. I'm going to try checking one other thing out. We've got the ground type mappings. I'm going to open up the map, which I have open. We'll close it for a minute and then reopen it. In the editor. And see which ones don't have, if there's any in the map that aren't appearing on my menu over here when I pull it up. We shall see. I hate bugs. They're the things that make you not sleep. Alright, so here's the names. Asphalt 1, 2, 3, beach sand rough, beach sand wet, city asphalt, cliff rock dark, cliff rock 2, coal, cobblestone mix, concrete 1, 2, and 3, dirt grass mix, dusty rock, forest ground. Ooh. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 forest grounds in here. I don't think we had 5. Maybe there are. Granite, grass 1, 2, 3, grass dirt, grass dry, grass mix 1, 2, and 3, grass rough, grass town, gravel, mountain rock, mud dark, ore plate damage. You can see they're all there. They all weren't. There were a couple duplicates I removed already, but that wasn't the problem. And there should be 54, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 18, 19, 20, 25 through the forest grounds. 2, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 1 for 2, for 3, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54. There's 54 there. In the map, the names match my XML file, and I am at a loss as to what could be the issue. So, with that, we can highlight those again. I'm going to just do make sure everything's highlighted, everything's spelled correctly. I'll get rid of this here, we don't need that anymore. Layer, every layer is spelled correctly. I don't see any extra spaces, which could cause a problem if there was an extra space in the name, or before or after. I'm not seeing anything whatsoever that's jumping out at me that could be causing the nil value error. I can turn off the paintable foliage for a minute and see if that happens to be an issue. There. Actually, we wanted to, yeah, we'll just take the paintable foliage ID right out of there. Can't do it in the middle of the line. Give that a try. Yeah, spaces and commas can definitely be a pain. But I don't see any extra spaces or anything out of order whatsoever. I'm going to try it one more time without the paintable foliage layer on because we added that and it worked, but we didn't try to place an object, so who knows? Let's see what happens here. Hey, Bandit, how's it going? It is a pain in the butt. No errors until we go to place an object. Purchase. Silo. And there it is. Ground type manager Lua. Error running Lua method on placement ray cast hit. I don't know what else it could possibly be. Other than maybe because there's so many in the map. Tip collisions, I already did the tip collision map over. Everything's fine there. So, but it's saying it's in the ground type manager. We can't look at that. It's an in-game Lua file. But everything I pointed to is that the ground. It was in that all the articles that I read online earlier pointed to the ground type mapping. I wonder what would happen if I highlighted out the whole ground type mapping section. I'm just curious. Nothing's mapped, but let's see what happens just for the heck of it. It could be something deeper. I know that we won't have any paintable textures doing this, but I want to see if it gets rid of the error. That could cause more errors. Nope, same thing. No change whatsoever. I think that we might have to unmap some, which I'll do at another point. Within the map itself, might need to go back and, well, I can do it on the blank map anyway for you guys and give it a test just to see. But I have no idea what's causing this issue. The only thing else I could think of is in the map if there's one of these names off in the map itself, or it's pointing to a file like Animal Mud 01, 02, 03, and 04 are files up above. They're up there. There's asphalts. Whose fault? It's asphalt. 01, and then there's asphalt. and then there's a combination of. See, what I was thinking of doing is pulling out the layers right here. Like a couple of the combined layers I don't use. Like combined layer asphalt 3 is not necessary. We got all the files. Ooh. But we're not getting any map errors when we load, so I don't think it's in there. It loads up everything just fine. We can paint with all the textures too. I believe animal mud, asphalt 1, asphalt 2. See, asphalt 1 and 2 are so similar, and 3 that I don't really need 2 and 3. Beach sand rough, beach sand wet, blacktop, city asphalt, cliff rock dark, cliff rock 2, coal, cobblestone mix, concrete 1, concrete 2, concrete 3, dirt grass mix, dusty rock, forest ground. Lots of forest ground files for different forest grounds. Granite, grass 1 is the grass we use, grass 2, grass 3, grass dirt, grass dry. They're all working. Grass town, gravel, mountain rock, mud dark. I'm making a pretty looking picture here. Or plate damaged, railway gravel, river stone bank, rough dirt 1, rough dirt 2, rough mud, salt, stone floor, oh my gosh, trash, vehicle mud puddles 1, puddles 2, there were 3 vehicle mud puddles and 3 mud puddles. Why is there 3 mud puddles and vehicle mud? But that's all of them. Is that what it was? I can't read the whole name. Vehicle map DE, vehicle mud puddles. Oh yeah, vehicle mud puddles, puddle mix 1, puddle mix 2. Okay. Yeah, I have no idea why it's causing it, but we'll get back to that. And thank you there. I love Minzy32 for the follow there. So lots more to experiment with. I'm not going to do all that tonight. We will get it fixed, and I'll let you know how to do it. I'll probably be spending the next few days troubleshooting that thing. I am not going to go backwards though. I am going to go forwards. And then we'll go back and fix that. Alright, so we left off yesterday placing our BGA. And I didn't even do a darn thing on the map today other than a little bit of trying to figure things out. So we'll go back over here and get some textures brought into finishing up the ground on this, and then we'll show you guys how to add the triggers to the BGA, because right now the BGA doesn't have any triggers, and it's the same way we did it last time yesterday uh, with the others. We're going to import the BGA file and link it up and then copy it back out. So just gonna mess around a little bit with the ground texture and see. I may come in here later and change it a little bit or move things around, change a couple of textures. Right now I just want to finish it off somewhat. I think I'll go actually back to the plate LMNOP plate for inside here around the building. Although it's already got like a edge on there that would probably blend in better with the other texture. So let's go back and do the asphalt texture up against that edge. I guess it really doesn't make much difference. It's more of a gravel look on the edge of the building. We'll just stick with the plate for now. I like the way the plate looks with the other textures here. I'm gonna go right out to the road. Finish painting this up, and then we're gonna bring the triggers in, and no placeable objects yet. It's not allowed. Till I get my bug fixed and figure out what the heck's causing it. I might have to do some more research because everything looks good in the file. I might have too many. That's the only thing I could think of, that it's not indexing. That is a common thing that happens. There might be a limit that we've gone over and then it cannot index the rest of them, and that limit might be as low as 32 or something like that. So I might have to pull some out of the map. I don't know though. Fix my edge here. So we were going around. We'll get the plate right up to the road. I'm probably gonna move some of the pieces, like that little border piece that's going across the front here, and just open it right up, cause it's kinda, that's a drain. This one here is really, on my map, not gonna be necessary. We're gonna take it right out. Up to a point anyway. We will take this one and we'll shrink it down. Oh, 0.8, 0.7, or maybe I'll just take that right off. Yeah, why have that there? We'll get rid of that so you can drive right into the gas station. When we plant grass, we'll cover up some of the rough edge there. It's tough with the 4X map because the textures don't. I mean, they're oops, wrong texture. They don't exactly. They're very blocky, so you got to do your best to make them look good. And I have a choice: stop on that side or this side. And I've got some curved pieces, so yeah, I'm not exactly sure. I think I'll leave that, but I want to see what happens with our grass on this edge over here. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. We'll put some bushes along the side, hide it right in there by going like, well, we'll paint some grass in, foliage, grass, grass long, we'll put the grass in the front yard here. Just see if I can make it look decent in the game. Anybody else figures out what the heck that error is, by all means, contact me. You might all be trying to figure it out. Troubleshooting is part of the process. We'll get through it. I used a different map that had all the textures already in it and converted it over, added my stuff into it, and there must be something different. So what I want to try here is going into my Bush 01. Let's see, Bush 01, and select it like a pretty big one. What do we got going here? Well, let's go a little bit smaller. Yeah, that one. Gonna be tricky because bushes are blocky too. But it's getting there. Just to hide the ugly edge behind the bush line a little bit. It's not going to be perfect, but I think it'll look a lot better if we can get that edge with some bushes around. At least from the road it looks much better. Yeah. So that's what we'll end up doing to finish that off. Let me save here. Hey, Chill Will, I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, placeables like silos and stuff currently do not place, so there definitely has to be fixed on the map. I can build them into the map though. You just can't do placeables because of some ground type mapping issue that we're running into. So with that, we have to get the triggers for the BGA and add them into the map. So I used the exact BGA from the Felsbrunn map. Same layout, just put it into ours over here. No problem, old man. Alright, so with that, we're going to go back into the ooh, Farmer's Dynasty has an update. How about that? I wonder what I'm surprised they're still working on that. Properties, local files, browse my local files for data. Was it in placeables? Map DE BGA. Let's see if that's what we need. Here, we can close my thing down there. He ran into an invisible rock in the work area north of field 15. Sure it wasn't an invisible stump? Alright, so what we have is the trigger set for the BGA. We're going to file, export selection with files. I'm going to put it right in with my BGA. We'll call it BGA triggers. And then save. Get the parent directory structure, yes. Keep the game relative paths, yes. Close that down. We're gonna close that one so I don't write into that thing. Go back to my map models, BGA, and you can see I got my BGA triggers there. So we're gonna load that in to the map, to the map. We're going to bring it over to the BGA and basically set it up where it has to be. So we got to get the rotation to 90, bring our triggers into place, which will be a little tricky with the spout here. Oh, I don't think they have to be that high, but let's see. I'm wondering how, yeah, right about there, but it's going to be moved out and over. But I guess if I get this lined up perfect, everything else will be in place. I'm going to go into the other map and load them in just to see. Well, it's pretty darn close to right on. I just don't know how high they're supposed to be. I don't know if it's supposed to be that high. Why the heck that goes way up above, I have no idea. The discharge node, okay, there's the discharge, so we're right about right. Discharge is right in the pipe. Okay, so we're going to leave it where it is. That being said, we have to go into our items XML file, map SA items. Oh, wrong map, but I will grab I'll copy that one from there. Let me pull up the map DE items. I think I got in this one. Da, da, da. Not that folder. Map class. Map DE items. Edit with notepad. I'm going to bring in its BGA placeable, and it's in map directory. We got to go find the location. Map directory, maps, models, BGA. Map directory, maps, models, slash BGA slash, and then we need a BGA XML file, which we'll bring over as well from the I closed everything down. Here we'll go from here. See, I have to think when I do it. Look at that, I'm almost out of space. See, program files. Oh. Oh, I'm just gonna do it the way I always do. I can't remember the path. The path is C program files Steam. That's right, site. Okay. Data maps US. No, we're in placeables. That's right. Data placeables map DE BGA. Grab that XML file. I'm going to copy that into my map as well. So if we want to do any changes to it later, we can. And we don't have to run the one that's in the map itself. So we're going to load the BGA XML. But it's going to load the BGA i3D from the map itself. I think it'll work. I think we don't have to change anything. BGA XML. Now we just got to get the positions from the map itself. Translates Shift Control C to copy our position. Control V. We can leave the long numbers in if we want to. I usually shorten them up a little bit, but I'll leave them there for this one just for the heck of it for now. Speed things up. Rotate is 90 degrees. We'll move the minus. And it should be in there. Let's go into the map and see if we have some triggers, and then we'll start up our first drawing for a $20 Steam gift card. We take the BGA triggers back out of the map because we don't need them in there. Save that up. On the weight files, I was told that for a 4x map, the files should be doubled what single size is, and with the singles we're 2048, so that would make 4x to be a 4096. The weight files he is talking about are in the blank 4x maps. Nope. Where is it? The foliage files, no. I'm trying to textures. I guess it was in textures. No, it's in the map file. Duh, I'm losing it. These weight files here, image size is 2048. If we bump them up to 4096, yes, all of them would have to be bumped up and there will be a lot of changes. We may do that down the road. It will be more precise with the edge blending as far as those weight files. They don't have to be. You'll get a finer line in between the weight files. They're just the textures on the ground. I kept them where they are because they look fine and I want the map to run real smooth. The important thing is to make sure, and you can run with the 2048s. 4096 will work as well, and you'll get a little bit better blending on the edges. But you also sacrifice performance on the 4X map. The important files to have scaled up are your GRLE files and all of those. So, your choice. But I'm going to go right now. I may bring them up later on. There's a lot of them in here because every single one of these textures has a lot of editing. All the density files need to be scaled up together. Info layer, GRLE, the GRLE and GDM files. They are a necessity to get scaled up. But yeah, if you wanted to do them up to 4096, you can do it, Brew Crew. These are just all the weight files though are just the textures on the ground. It's all a matter of how it's going to look in the game. You get those edges a little bit sharper with the higher weight files. I don't think it's necessary because we're going to be putting so much stuff in this map eventually. I'm really focused on performance, and we will gain a lot of performance because as soon as you blow up your weight files to 4 times, the files get bigger, the map size gets bigger, and I don't think it's going to be necessary. Just my opinion. So, yeah, weight files can easily be doubled. Yeah, Brew Crew. The biggest thing is the GRLE files because as we have learned from the 19 map that if you don't scale those up as at least appropriately, then that's when you get the windrow issues and the bunker issues because that's where the cultivator and all the foliage resides in those GRLE files. So they definitely need to be scaled up for the map, and they are in this one. I think they're at 8192. I don't make mods, I make maps. Well, they're mods, I guess. But I don't do a lot with mods, but I do quite a bit with the maps. So if we run this on a new startup, we should be able to go over there and see our triggers. Actually, we'll be able to walk in the bunker. And for now, if it's working, we'll be able to check the error log. As long as we don't do any placeables, we're good to go. Okay. Grab myself a truck, or car, or truck, whatever they want to call it. And we'll do it pink today for the first run. And head west across our slowly expanding map. Yeah, performance is going to be key when we bring in the factories when the global company script. We're running into some performance issues with just 6 players on the 16x map. I want to be able to make it as visually appealing, but you can see the ground textures. There's ways around hiding your edges and different things to make it look good. It's not going to make that big of a difference on the ground textures themselves. Some people will say so, but me, there's so many of them. I sacrifice where I can and where I think I'm going to get the best value to keep the map running as smooth as possible so we can get more content in rather than large file sizes. That is why I'm trying to use a lot of the plays directly imported from Giants. Now I do see that my building here is floating the edge. You see that? So I got to do a little work on that. The edges are up on those 2 buildings right there, and I didn't put in some texture back here. Okay. We're in the bunker. We should get a... Oh, come on. Shouldn't we get a bunker fermenting trigger? Or is it not there? Or did I mess something up? I might have messed something up. Did I load in a new save game? Nope, the trigger's there. I thought when you just walked in it. Oh, we don't own the BGA property. I don't know how works. Yeah, we do own it. I see the triggers. Do we have to have something in them? I can't remember. I can get a pre-fill a trailer if I need to later on, and see if I can get a pop-up. You have the same issue on your map with the bunkers. No, yeah, usually you pull in, it will say fermenting level equals, and it's not. And I wonder why it's doing that. All the triggers are there. Except for, yeah, my triggers are in there. No error. Let's go back up top and see if there was any errors. Warning, only zip mods in multiplayer. I don't see any issues other than the too far out from the cell edge. Oh, you're getting a placeable Lua. Attempt to index local store item a nil value. Okay. So, for some reason, they have that BGA as a store. It probably has to be added into the store items. Okay, so I've had this before. And let me check my other map just to see if that's what we did. It's been a while. If you go to PV Industries, in the mod description file, I think it is, you will see a lot of store items, and store item we're going to change the file name. So we're going to add a store item section if we don't have one already to the XML file. Oh, let's go. Where am I? Blank forex mod description XML. Store items right down here. But it's got to point to where it is in my map, which is, again, Maps Models BGA. Maps / models / BGA BGA.xml, and it has, because the BGA XML does have a store item section and it's BGA placeable, they must be using same triggers on a placeable. So add that into your store items on the mod description file, pointing exactly to where it is in the map off the folder. Let's see if we got it now. So it has to be in both places if it's going to be put on the map, and that should take care of it. While we're at it and setting that up, let me jump over to the giveaway for the first card, because there's a lot of people here right now. Alright. Open giveaway for the first $20 Steam Wallet gift code. You have 20 minutes to get in. Exclamation point. Yeah. Exclamation point raffle space and the number of entries you want to do. Each entry costs 1,000 points. Just like Amaki spending 10,000 points doing 10 raffle tickets, and that's the way it's done. You can enter up to 1,000 times if you have 1,000,000 points in your bank account. Let's check our error log. We shouldn't have any if we're good. It loaded it in. Nothing there. So now we should have our trigger, and we should get some BGA action over there. Let's see what we can do. Take another ride. Onward over our bridges. I want to check. I didn't. Oh yeah, I got to lower that building. I got to lower the building. I try to do the things when I see them, because if I don't, it'll be that way until release day. But I forget them every now and then. Up and over the bridge. Yes, so today I got kind of sucked in when I got up this morning. I apologize to playing Satisfactory for about 6 hours. I had to try it. The game is pretty cool. I needed a break. Uh, can't go back in there for a while though, because I'll get stuck in there. And then the map will never get finished. I'll save it until the map is done, and then I have a few extra hours. So there you go. So now we have the compacting, fill level. So for if you're getting that, sometimes they have to be registered as a store item. Giants Triggers did, so there you go. It is now registered as a store item in the map as well. And BGA is now functioning just fine, which is awesome because we got more stuff to put in the map. And I'm going to jump over there and knock down that house or the building just a notch so it's not floating up off the ground, which happens frequently when you bring in items exactly the way they were. Sometimes they have ground level issue differences, but it's this building right here. Everything else, it doesn't even look like it's floating here, does it? But it is. See that? You can't see it until you get right down there on the ground level. Pull that down. I don't think that one was floating. Yeah, a little bit toward the back edge. Can I get down the green arrow? I don't want to mess with that too much. That one looks pretty good, because that one's the one that's connected to our silo and everything. Alright. Everything else looks pretty good. BGA. Oh, there was one section back here that I didn't get any texture in. Let's see if we can get the plate texture painted in this little section. And then we'll move on to back to the farm, where we have to do some stuff. What am I doing? My mind is just not here today. That's a problem. Oops, I went outside. I colored outside the lines. Basically, if we up the textures, we'd have half the distance of the overlay. One block painted out is that big. It'd be about only half the distance, but we're not going to do that on this map if we can get away with it. If we can make it look good. So there we have it, a BGA, just as it came in, and we just replaced it, and it's right down here by a port, and we've got this whole section. I'll probably fill in with grass for giving you starter area to mow. I'm gonna go back over to the farm because we have to add a couple things to the main farm as well. Starting with a silo. Now, this is a lot of fun. If I can, this stuff it takes thinking, and right now my brain hurts. Um, I am gonna do it again. Go to my PV Industries map, and I'm going to go to my mod description XML file for a reason. I'm gonna go here and get past my placeables and vehicles, and there's lots of store items in the placeables folder, but I want to draw them. I guess we have access to all of them already, right? Yeah, we do. Or do we have just I don't know how he had it set up. Does he have, let's go to see if he has a store items XML here. He does. That's wrong map. Da-da-da maps. You can also put them in the store items XML file if it's linked correctly, but he doesn't have them here. I like to put them right in the other file. I've had problems with the paths in here. What I'm trying to think of is, let me go back into the game. I want to know which ones we're pulling into the game. Your BGA is working. Old man 122, we'll get that other error fixed, and we'll hopefully cover it on my next show, which I got to pull up my phone and see when that's going to be for you guys. While I'm doing loading up here, Farming Simulator. Oh, wrong button. Career. I just want to see on the map what placeables we have available. If it's pulling from both maps, I made it so that we're pulling in both maps on the other one. Walmart schedule app. Hey, there's a Walmart schedule app. So you can check your schedule. If you work at Walmart, that is. Alright. Into my silos. We have the standard. Let's go back. Sheds, just easy sheds, 1, 2, and 3. Miscellaneous. Are they, isn't there more? Animal pens are, but farmhouse is just one, and it's using the DE farmhouse. So what we can do is go out here and what we I think I know bum, 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 bum. Let me see in this file here. We got the shop hotspot that we got to move to. We can set that up. What we're doing, the sound file is pulled, color grading, store UI, wildlife spawner, helpline, gameplay hints, animal names. Ooh, husbandry food definition. I haven't messed with that. Fruit types, fill types, bale types are in my map. Mod description file. Map D vehicles. Map DE items. Alright, so in order to get the other items in the store, we got to add them into the store items. XML file, let me think here. Placeables, map US. Farm buildings. If we wanted to add these in, we have to point to these XML files. So in my description file, which is not that one but this one, in the store items section, I'm going to try one. We would have dollar data slash placeables map US slash MAPUS slash, and then okay, let's see, it's farm buildings. Let's go to see if we could add in the other farmhouse XML right here. So farmhouse XML, I'm gonna just copy the name and paste it in there. Save my file and see if we now have 2 farmhouses in the map. So you can add in all the different silos and farmhouses as placeables from when you grow up you want to be a helicopter. Okay. So if I did that right, when we come in here, we should have 2 farmhouses, both the US and the other one. If I didn't do it right, we'll have an error in the log. Simple as that. We might have to remove the $sign because sometimes they make you use it, sometimes they don't. But at some point, I'll probably go through and link all of them so we have them. And it doesn't take any extra resources because it's not bringing them in. It's just one line of text pointing to the rest of the placeables in the map. If it loads up, I think we have an error because nope, it's just loading. Okay. I can't do the placeable yet, but if I go to farmhouses, okay, I only have one, so let's go see where the error is. I did something wrong. Data placeables map US farmhouse XML. Failed to open data, so it's probably not getting it. You're a helicopter. Let's see who's a winner. We can get our first winner here. Let's see. Giveaway. Oh wait, no we can't. We've got 5 minutes and 20 seconds left to get in that giveaway. We've got quite a few entries. Win your chance for a $20 Steam Wallet gift code. I will private message you after the stream with your code if you are the lucky winner. And somebody has a private message. I hope it's not one that didn't work. No. Alright, so we gotta figure out why. And if it doesn't work, I will do what I did with the other. I'm pretty sure I copied the XML file which works too. I think I'll just do it to get rid of it. Take the farmhouse XML file right from that. We'll copy that. We will make in my, close the industries map for now. In my blank 4x map, right off the main folder, we've got a placeables folder. I'm gonna paste the XML right there. So in the mod description, edit with notepad. Oops, wrong mod description. Am I in the wrong folder? Mod description, edit with notepad plus plus. It will be placeables farmhouse XML. The XML file itself off our placeables folder does have the links to where, and this might have to change to dollar data right there. I think that's how we do it, but let's try it. Dollar data in the file name. See what happens this time. It's either with or without the dollar sign. Can't remember. You think it's fair to say you're not going to win. I would not say that at all. When we did the, what was it? The map release, there was thousands and thousands of entries in there because people had a lot of points built up. And the very first giveaway we did, it was a person with one entry versus some people that had 1,000 entries in there. I forget who it was, but they had just one entry in there and they won one of the prizes. So it only takes one. You never know. It'd be funny. Watch FarmBoss 247 win. Then everybody will think it's rigged. There you go. So now we have the farmhouse with just adding the XML. So you could do that. Just put the XML file in your placeables folder. Put the dollar data sign in front of the file name in the XML. The dollar sign in front of the word data. And you can do that with all the mods on the US map to increase the available mod library. So we have these silos built in. We also can create our own silos as well, but we're going to go with one of the standards. Let's see if they're the same as the US map silos. I thought about bringing in, but I want to keep everything small. I've thought about bringing in that nice silo set that we got on our map as a placeable. It could be done, but I'm going to try to keep the map footprint small. So I always close my file folders when I still need them. Data, placeables, map US, farm buildings. I don't see any farm silo in that. Is there only one set of farm silos between the two maps? It appears that that's all I see. It's farm silos. Yeah, it's just the three. Okay. So, but here's the deal. We're going to take the farm silo large, farm silo small, and the silo extension, copy them, go into my map, into my placeables folder, and paste them. We're going to open up the large one and this is what we're gonna have to add to, but we're also gonna change. All right, we already got the dollar data sign in the file name. We're going to have to add in all our fill types. I'm gonna cheat once again because I hate trying to think of the 20 million fill types that we have in our silos. So PV Industries, farm silo, large, I think that's it right there. I got my fill type list right here. You can do the same thing with their map, but I'm gonna copy that whole line into my farm silo large fill types, paste. Also down here, same thing under the fill types under storages, paste. You can increase the capacity a little bit. I'm gonna start off with, I'm gonna add a little, not a lot. It's 200,000. We're gonna increase it to 250 for you to start with. We'll create more silos like we did in the other map down the road, but then we're gonna link to this. One other thing you can do is link to, you could change the brand if you wanted to. To change your brand, and I'm just going to do this because you need an icon for your brand. Mine is right here. It's the DadgetNet Mods icon. Okay, so you're going to need to have that in your own icon or whatever you want in your map folder. Let's make sure we have the right folder selected. I've got so many open. That's PV Industries placeables. Let's close that for now. That one for now. Farm buildings. No. I know where I gotta be. I just don't know if I have the folder hidden over here somewhere. The map class one right there. Paste your logo into your main blank map folder. In the mod description file, I'm checking again exactly how it's supposed to be. Mod description XML from my other map. I'm telling you, it's the beauty of having it already set. I'm going to copy my brand section into my mod description in the blank 4X map. Put it here. I'm going to remove the other two that I don't need. I'm going to keep mine, and it's in the base folder, so it's pointing right there. So you have the name for your brand, your title, DadgetNet Mods, and the image is pointing directly to the DDS. So it's right in the base level file. Save that. Now, if we go back to the farm silo large XML, make sure we're on the right one with the placeables, and we change our brand to DAJNET, it should load all my logo over the top. So we'll save that. Farm silo large XML. We're going to add it to the store as a store item with the store item section. In the mod description file. I just copy the line above it, put it down here. New store item, placeables. And farmsilolarge.xml. We're running that one. All right, so we have it as a store item. Ka-ching. Done with there. Let's see if we have our silo in the game. And while we're doing that, we can pick a winner of the first card and then start the second one up because man, we're running a little late on the winners here. I gotta work in the morning, so it's gonna be the shorter show probably tonight unless I get crazy here. I'm scratching off your number, whoever it is, just so I can pass it over to you when we're done. A little bit easier. Picking the winner of the first $20 gift card, and they'll be added to the final end of the month drawing, and the winner is da, 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 da. Did it go through? Oh, it's the first one that I clicked, Fearmonger. Sorry, Jeremy. You did not win. It's Fearmonger01 that won. I hit the button twice. Jeremy, maybe next time. Uh, Fearmonger01. I was looking over here and it didn't show up, so I clicked it again. Did you pick? What the heck? Because I made a mistake, I will give them both one. I've got plenty over here. So we'll get another one. There's a bonus mistake, so we'll give them both out. So Fearmonger and Jeremy 1970. Fearmonger, just to keep you guys calm. Fearmonger01. I'm writing these down so I can get you in your private message later. Fearmonger. My pen just died, so I gotta do it again. Oh, 31. Is it or is it a 0? Or is there a spot on my monitor? Spot on my monitor. 01. Okay. And Jeremy 1970 1970. You guys both get cards, gift codes for Steam Wallet. We're gonna start up the other one. See, I'm not that cold there. Rev it up. I just I pay it out. I just have to go shopping and get some more cards before. Well, I still have enough for like 2 more shows. The rate we're going. It's just kind of fun. I love doing these. So let's go back to the giveaway section and reset. Let's see. Now we had a lot of entries, mostly 10s, 20s, 30s. A 75 did not win. Can we see how many? Fearmonger. See, the funny thing is after I pick the winner, it's removed from the list and I can't see how many they actually entered. But it's all good. Reset. And time to open up one more time. Your entries may begin for the last giveaway day. Anybody can join. Maybe I'll click it twice by accident. You never know. You might get 2 chances. I did pick 2. So we're gonna have a few more names on the Wheel of Fortune today. That will. Whoops, wrong map. Get back there. We don't load that Ravenport. It should default to my map right in the front. Wish we could do that. I wouldn't have to click every time. Save some clicks on my mouse. So yeah, we've got what do we got? 4, 5, 6 winners. We'll have 7 winners already this month. If we did everything correctly, which sometimes we don't over here. If we go to our store and we click on this, we have the DadgetNet Mods logo and we have our grain silo with a 250,000 capacity and all of the fill types. So it's been added in. I am trying to reduce the repetition for the broadcast, so we'll get more into doing other junk, like all the extra silos I'll do off. You guys got the basic picture on how it's done to get yourself some extra. Make an edit, put it right in your map. The mod exists with just one simple XML file. Added to the store. Now we can also add that as a placeable onto our farm. And in doing that, I am going to go to Now I'm going to try to do this because it's only for positioning only. So I don't need to create a i3D in my map. We're going to read my XML file. So if I can find it by going to this PC, got to empty some of that drive. Program files, Elemental PQRS, Steam apps, Common, Farming Simulator 2019, Data, Placeables, Farm Silo Large. Whew, I found it. Let's see if it loads in. Okay. So I've got the Farm Silo Large. There it is. We're going to make a home for it within our farm. I'm thinking maybe just right across the street from the house, or maybe right here. Let's see. Maybe we'll put it right over on this side. We're going to have to do a little bit of editing. We've got rotate to 0. Yeah, we've got some landscaping. Lucy, you got some landscaping to do. We'll bring it back. Lower the front edge to so much, so little. I'm going to grab. I don't know why I'm talking this way. I am really losing my mind. Go to replace button and click. Oh, don't replace like that though. You got to then hit Control R and then you can replace like so. Yes, I am slightly going crazy. KW, what's up? Oh, Grandpa's there. Everybody's here. So, yeah, we got 2 winners by accident, but hey, we've got winners. So, we got to make a place for our farm silo. That's what we're doing. I'm doing a little bit of ground leveling so that we can have it look halfway decent where it's going to be. Let me grab it. I think we're just a tad high overall. There, that's right in the ground, see. Oh, but we got some bumpies. Right there, right there. Okay, now we're in there. Once we have it leveled around it, grab our smooth brush and get rid of that edge as much as we possibly can so it doesn't seem like you're driving up and over a little spot there. And check it out. We got to do a little bit of dirt work here. Add rough dirt 1. Give us a place to pull off the road here for offloading. You can see now that I painted that there is a little bit of a lump and hill there that we gotta kind of try to smooth out a little bit right there. Okay, we got the loading section on the back, so I think we'll just do a whole wrap around. I'm just trying to decide how I want to do it. Oh, I think I just caught a mouse in my trap. I heard a click. Yes, I do have mice coming in at this time of year. So we're building up a starter silo. There's our starting silo. You can get it in around, yeah. Alright. So basically, it's only there temporarily. We're not going to make this into because we pulled it right from the main game file, we're not going to save this in there at all. It's not going to be in my map. We do have to get rid of it. Or I'd have to put a copy in my map to do it. But we're going to see if I can have it open here. Somewhere I do. Not the map SA items. Maybe I don't have map DE items XML. There we go. I'm going to grab one of the placeable lines. Placeable. There might be a different name for it. Let's see. Map SA items, was it? I want to see what the silo. Sheds. Storage barn. Silo placeable, class name. Oh, that's on the central station silos. I'm looking to see if our starter farm had a special farm silo. Yeah, it's called silo placeable is the class name. So we'll put that in as the class name. On the other one, I don't know if that makes a really big difference or not, but I'm going to make sure it matches. Silo placeable. Map directory. Placeables folder. So we're in our map directory, placeables, farm silo large XML. We're going to point to that one that we copied in our map. Then we're going to grab the position from the one that we have temporarily here. Shift Control C to copy all the translates. Once again, Control V to paste them in there. They even have the space in there. And then the rotation is at, well, technically it would be 0, 0, 180 in the middle, or hit the right button. Yeah, 0, 0, 180. Sometimes you get that backwards, so we're going to rotate it to 180. Right in the middle. Is default property true? Farm ID equals 1. So it should, if we save this and remove our farm silo large from our map, we can paint in underneath it that we didn't see, just in case you decide to start without a farm silo. Save the map up. We'll go in and see if our farm silo is there on the farm. Dave, the map DEXML states mud puddles with an S. The map I3D states mud puddle, no S. Will that cause the error we're getting? It is not the, I changed it actually in here, and it's still causing error, but I will show you that the puddle without the S is in the second two. The first one doesn't say mud puddles in the map, I don't think. Vehicle mud puddles? Or is it vehicle mud puddle? I think it has puddles in the map. That could be causing it if it isn't, but I think it said puddle for just a single puddle. Oh, yeah, vehicle mud puddles. I think you might be onto something there. So it is vehicle mud puddles. Map DE. No, it says vehicle mud puddles. I got it right for the first one. And then it's just mud puddle mix 1 and puddle mix 2. So they're right. Darn, I was hoping. But I've got that right. I just don't know what the heck. I could even eliminate them from there and it doesn't change it. So I'll figure that out. It's going to drive me crazy. Let's go back in and see if we got our silo on the farm. See how we're doing for our contest giveaway. You guys got 7 minutes and 2 seconds left to get in if you want to get in to the next drawing for the $20 card. Exclamation point raffle and your number of tickets. You can check your points by hitting exclamation point points. And yeah, lots of ways to get your points there. Hope we get the points across. There's a farm shack, and in the game there is a farm snack. Huh? A farm snack? I have no idea what you're talking. I think Kaboomba's drinking. There's a farm snack in a farm shack? Is there there's a farm snack in the US map? Ah. Alright. Let's see if our little thing is over there. We're gonna go with the black truck this time. Some of the truck colors just don't look very good. We gotta put in all the railroad crossings still. There's lots to do, but getting some of the more necessary things in the map. Getting the main farm built up. We should have a farm silo. I should have probably brought a vehicle over to test it, but nah, I didn't. There it is. We have our starter farm silo on the farm if you start in farming mode. So you guys, I hope are getting the picture on how the new system works here with linking stuff to the XML, keeping your map size small by linking directly in game. It looks pretty good there. You can drive around and load up. The triggers are built into the silo, so it's here, it's there. We've added it. It's customized for all the fruit types on our map. We'll make some additional ones. It almost seemed like the bottom plate though wasn't collisionable. Am I actually going up there? Is that smooth? Nope, it's not being collisionable. What the heck is up with that? Now that's a noob. There's something wrong with that picture. I didn't do it. Let's see if there's anything. Did they make it? Do I? Yeah, 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 yeah. There's always something, you know? There's always got to be something. So I guess I'm gonna have to bring the stupid make an i3D in my own map to get that to work like we did before. It's not huge. I just, it's crazy. Ah, for some reason, Giants, what's up with that? So, back to the old step. What we have to do is go over to our folder that's buried. Is it still open? Placeables? No, not that one. Farm buildings. Map US. No. Placeables. Farm silos. Farm silo large. Okay. We could literally, we're not changing anything. So, but I'll do it this way anyway. Just to make sure. File. Export. Selection. Is a collision off on that thing for some reason? It shouldn't be. No, it's got it on. I don't know why it came in without it. Alright, farm silo large file. Export all with files. Into our blank 4x map. No, that's not the right folder. Into our desktop map class. Blank 4x map. Placeables. Farm silo large. Save. Get the parent directory. Keep the game relative paths. Placeables. Farm silo large. All the game relative paths, they're all so that's good. Now we got to go into the XML file though. And grab the file name and just take the dollar data. Let's pull it in from ours, just farm silo large. It's in the same folder, so that should be all we need there. And if I did it right, everything else should be the same. Let's try it now, see if we got collision on it. My head is spinning. We can now make it into a placeholder if we needed to, because I put it into my map. I was hoping I didn't have to. It doesn't have to be, but we can now add it as a placeholder and keep it in there if we wanted to load it back in. See what happens. I might have to make some more changes. Entries have stopped for the giveaway. You can no longer enter. That's so sad. But we'll pick you a winner. In just a minute, once we check this out over here. Trial and error. That's what a lot of this stuff is. Up and around. time is it? 9:45. I think we got time to do one more little go in game. The building in center of starter farm is farm snack R under player farm transform group. Oh, farm snack R. Okay, it's not there. So I gotta bring it in from my file. What happened there? Failed to load i3D map class blank map 4x farm cellular large. Oh, we gotta put in the. I got the path wrong. So you do need to put placeable. I forgot the word. The path to placeables. That's right. It's in the placeables folder. So, yep. My bad. Back into that folder. Da, 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 da. We have to load it. Wait. Store item. Placeables, farm silo large. But it can't find the i3D, so in the farm silo large. Did I edit the. No, that's the industries one. Blank 4x farm silo large i3D farm silo large XML. Let me just check the log again. I want to make sure. That's what's calling it. So I don't have to do it twice. Error, failed to load the i3D file. Okay, it's not. I gotta add the word placeables to get to the i3D file. Placeables slash farm site. That should do it. One more time. Go in game. The building in center of starter farm is farm snack R under player farm transform group. Is that in this map? Farm snack? So it's not showing anywhere in the maps. Basically, all the triggers on the map are loaded in the same way we did the BGA. And for the next example, if this works and we have time, we'll do one more thing over in the starter farm that I want to try out. Here, light blue. Off we go. I'm glad they at least start me with enough money to buy a truck every time. Do you guys want to find out who that last winner is of the evening? Or should we just wait for another 10, 20 minutes, half hour? Very light blue. Yep. Woo, yeah. Look at that. Now that's some talented driving right there. Clip that one. Why is the wood chip trigger a painted farm? What are you talking about? We haven't even gotten to the wood chips. There are things on the map that aren't placed yet. We have to do those, so they may be here floating somewhere. 10.5 on the flippy roll. There's our farm silo. Let's hope it has collision. It should. We're gonna find out. We're gonna ram it. If we go through it, then we've got issues. What the heck's up with that? That's just weird. Why is it pulling it in as non-collisionable? I've never had that happen. Is our house collisionable? Yeah. just, I am so confused right now. We have our triggers, right? Did we not get the triggers? Are we just getting the shell of the silo? It looks like we don't even have the triggers, so something's wacky. Very, very wacky. Oh, I need a break. What did I do this time? The wood sail trigger is somewhere on the map. We haven't even got to the wood sail trigger yet, Kaboomba. I'm not sure. I mean, things I haven't gotten to have to be worked out. Farm silo large. Bring it on in. The new one. Let's see what's up with that. Put it in place again. We can grab our placement so it's exactly where it was from our rotation default property. Okay. Paste. 180. 111.93 and minus 344.77. Okay. Farm silo large. Rigid body. Collision. Static. Gameplay. Trigger is there and there. Farm silo large. It's there. Everything is there. Rigid body, static with collision. Collision masks all set. On create. Whoops, on create. Script callback. I gotta see what it was again. Placeholders on create. Oop, on create. Don't have my add button. All right. Let's see if that works, but I'm confused. While we're working on that, let's pick that winner. The winner, T7MHA, has 75 entries. He's the top, I think. Brew Crew with 1. Gustav 34 with 1. We got some 10s, 20s, 30s. Lots of them. Some 5s. And J Truck has 1. And here is their winner. I'm only clicking the button once this time. Sorry, fellas. But winner is T7MHA this time. T7. Was that his second time? I can't remember. MHA. I will find out when I put it on the wheel. So I'm going to go back. Farm silo large XML has to be loading our farm silo. large I3D. Which it was. I'm gonna go over to this map just real quick and see how we had it in PB Industries, Placeables, Farm Silo Large. Farm Silo I3D is right there. See, it didn't. I loaded it right from Dollar Datable Placeables. Datable. I loaded it from the Dollar Data section in the other map. That should have worked in this map as well. We should be able to load the original one in. I want to try that. Who won the thing anyway? Yeah, T7MHA. Yeah, that's right. T7MHA. Let me go over here and see if I can get my wheel updated. So what I do is on my Twitch, the Streamlabs page, we're adding the names to the wheel of fortune. And I'm going to do that right now so we can see what the wheel currently looks like for the end of month final drawing. Nope. T7's in there for the first time, so add category. We got Fearmonger 01. MONGER 01 is added in. We'll give him a nice color that we don't have here of maybe something like that. We've got Jeremy 1970 being added to the wheel. And we've got T7 MHA being added to the wheel. And what color haven't I used? We're going to be duplicating colors on this wheel by the end of the month. Okay, save the wheel. So this spin does not count. But at the end of the month, we will be spinning this wheel. And it will look something like this. If it works. Did it work? I clicked the wrong button. Spin wheel. Maybe it did spin it. There we go. I gotta move the wheel. It's a little low. And see that? It would have came up on T7, but everybody's got an equal slice right now. And they're gonna get smaller and smaller. Here, we'll do that spin one more time. So you can kind of see at the end of the month, we'll be picking our final winner with the Wheel of Fortune. And those spins do not count. But if it did, wouldn't that be nice? You are welcome there, T7. You are now in. Let's see. I saved everything. I'm gonna jump in and see if I changed anything. I'm getting tired. I'll figure it out. Do you need to have a separate placeholder transform group? No, you do not. You can add the placeholder anywhere in as long as you have Don create placeholder in the thingamabobber, but I'm just trying to figure out why the collision is not there when I load in. I just never, it hasn't happened. Map's buggy. Let's see if we do get an error, where was it? Data placeables, find style, error running loop. That's probably the ground type manager Lua is throwing off because I put it in as a placeable. I wonder if that's, I gotta get that error fixed. That could be part of the problem. Might not be there anymore. You don't even need the placeholder. The placeholder is just so you can see it in the map as you're designing. Now, the question is, if it's there and it's working, is it going to be there if we start up a game where it shouldn't be there? Oh man, we might need a new car this time. Oh no, we got the roll down. Woohoo! Three more winners today. More coming. Oh yeah, I was gonna check my schedule for you guys. I think it's I'm working I think for a long time now. Had 2 days off in a row. Thank you there, El Grandpa. Alright, the silo's there. That's a good sign. You have a good night. The question is it going to be collisionable? So it looks like don't ask me what the heck's up with that deal. I have no clue what's going on. Everything else worked fine. My silo is having issues. I mean, everything else came in just the same way. Maybe I'm the one having issues. What's today? It's Monday, right? Yeah, it's Monday. Alright. Wednesday, I can do a show. Wednesday night. And then the one after that won't be until Sunday. So we're going to be Wednesday, Sunday from... Could it be the link in the XML is screwy? It could be. Ooh, I killed part of my garage is floating down there now. Did triggers come in this time? I think it might have something to do with the being a placeable and that error that we have. I got to get that error out of the map. I don't know. It's loading. It's loading the farm silo just fine. I literally have it exactly how blank forex map. I could move it into, look at, we're in the placeables. So if I go to PV Industries, placeables, farm silo, I literally am running this same, I can put this same XML file. It works in PV Industries and it has the same thing. So if I'm using that XML file, it's drawing it right from the main. Everything's the same. Only thing here is that yeah, it should be it should load in that same exact one like it does on the other map. Just not sure what the heck. With or without this in there, it should load it up. And it's loading it It's just coming in without collision for some crazy reason. That I can't. Might have something to do because it did throw that error with the. I'll use the same exact XML file that we're using in FS19. It's pointing to the in-game one anyway. I mean, from the industries map. So it should be the same, work the same exact way. That one works fine. We'll find out if that XML file had any issues. And if it doesn't work, it's probably linked to that other ground collision thing that we got going on that I got to figure out, which we'll do hopefully between now and the next show for you guys. All right. Error running. Yeah, it's giving me that ground type manager Lua error because of the placeable, and that's probably something it's doing with the collision on the object. That's all I can think of. I got to figure out what that error is and see if before we go any further with this stuff, if this is still not working, so I can get it done. I can't place anything on here buying because of that error, Brukru. That's the problem we had early on. There's no way to place objects. It won't let us. There's an error that it throws repeatedly that I have to figure out. And it is giving that error just for the one placement. Woo, yeah. I'm getting good at that. Oh no. Yeah. Good flips over the railroad tracks. Yeah, so there's an error in the ground type manager Lua. I did some research. I thought I knew where it was. It could be that the map is indexing too many files. I don't know because I haven't had that issue before. So I gotta do a lot of troubleshooting on that. Now the silo is there. But it's probably not collisionable. If it is, then we did have an error in the XML file. But my guess is it's that Lua. Yeah, it's definitely got to be that error that it's throwing with the collision. So we'll work that out sometime between now and the next show, hopefully. It's going to be on my mind until forever. The other items aren't placeables per se. They're just so the BGA, did that have collision? That went in as a placeable. Oh no, the actual BGA walls did not. The triggers did. We could separate the trigger, but we should be able to place it because then you should be able to sell it. It's not coming in as a garage item either, which it should. So we got some issues there. Oh, maybe the store item isn't linked to mine. That's probably still linked to the other one. Although no, I think it's right. But let's see. Documents, mod description. One last check. Yeah, it's pulling up my logo, so it's definitely pulling that. My description file. Placeables, farm silo large XML. It is pulling that file. I don't know. I'll find out. We got to get that error out of the map and then see what's going on with that. So hopefully you and your friend can't join each other on PS4. We have issues on our server as well where people sometimes can and sometimes can't join in. And there are some people that haven't been able to get in. Like Pievs was supposed to try to get on our server. He has never been able to get a connection. I am pretty convinced it's across the board random. My server is set up exactly correctly here. Why it happens for some people to just not be able to make that connection, I think it's on Giant's end with their matchmaking software that is having the issue, and they're not saying anything because there's posts all over the internet with people having that problem. I don't know what's causing it. I wish it was. It's not just on the PS4. It's on the PCs. Anybody else out there not on our server having the same issue? I can't buy and place anything on the map, so I'm going to work on that. I think we might have to go back to my map i3D, and I'm going to do it on a copy of the blank map before I dig in here too much. I'm going to try to cut out some of the extra textures I don't need now that I have it. I know which ones I'm going to use. I don't need to have all of these layers built in. I'm not going to use several of them. So I'm going to try to remove some of these and see if we're just going over a limit that the map will. I mean, there's a lot. We got 54. They might have it set to 32. I'm going to start removing some on the blank map and then see if we can get it to kick in. I might just do it on mine anyway. No solutions yet. Nope, I don't know how to help you there, third base. On PV19, I don't know if you're just guys server, but I also can't buy silos there. On PV19, oh, that's working fine. We've been able to buy stuff there. All sorts of stuff. So it's probably just his server settings, or especially if you're not the farm manager, he might not have it set up for you to buy stuff. I don't know. Cut out some of those layers, we might get some action here. Alright guys, I think I'm gonna retire so I can go to work tomorrow and send out these prizes after the stream. Make sure you have all the needed mods and power cycle your modems before trying it, and may require the PS4. Yeah, it would be hard to help. We are mostly PC players. Alright folks, that's gonna be the show for tonight. Stay tuned if you won. I'm gonna take a few minute break here, then I'm gonna come back and send you your prizes probably within 15 minutes. And then I'm going to go to bed and get up early tomorrow. I got a couple hours maybe in the morning to figure out what's wrong with this. And if not, it'll wait till after work. And I'll be tackling it, and I'll let you guys know as soon as we figure it out. But one of the things I'm going to do is start removing some of the extra layers that we're not using and see if that clears it up. I have a feeling there might be a limit to 32 texture layers, and we're at 54 with all of them. That could be doing it. Alright, y'all. You have a good night. We'll see you real soon.